This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is the RFactor 2 version of the Porsche GT3 Cup car. This is an iconic race car that is in just about every sim. I even thought it was in RFactor 2 already, but apparently this is the debut. Car came out yesterday. Michi Hoyer convinced me that we should do a community session, so that's what we're here for. We're here to get a first look, a first drive at that Porsche GT3 car, and do it along with you guys. So Michi Hoyer's already in the room. You can find him streaming. If you want to watch Michi's stream, he's actually on the Simpit Pit Crew channel on YouTube. So Simpit Pit Crew channel, you can see things from Michi Hoyer's perspective. Of course, we'll be streaming it here, and of course, hey Twitch, hi Twitch, we're still here on Twitch as well, doing the behind-the-scenes version of the show as well. So we're just here to have some fun, do some hot lapping. We are at Nurburgring GP, so it's going to be a little bit closer quarters. Hopefully we'll get some side-by-side racing today versus when we were at Nordschleife on the entire long 14-mile version. You almost never saw another car. So, hey Felixer, how you doing? So here we are, and we're going to just get right to it because I'm here just to have fun, do what I do, which is drive. We are also simultaneously trying to focus a little bit of energy. I'm not filming it for the review right now. We were doing that yesterday. We'll be doing it later today. But we are using the Fanatec Podium DD2 wheelbase. I'm using their being Fanatec's recommended settings on the wheel. I have cranked my force feedback multiplier down to 50% in RFactor. That's what they call their adjustment. I'm using the original Formula Black wheel rim with magnetic paddle shifters. So before you guys start asking, what is that loud-ass clicking noise? Those are my paddle shifters. So, with no further ado, let's get out on track. Let's say hi to the guys. I see that sound is low. Greg Turner, sound is low. You're only hearing me, you're not hearing the game. You're only hearing me on Twitch. If you want to see the game, if you want to hear the car sounds, you're going to need to tune in on YouTube during the driving experience. We are working on changing that for the future. That's coming. I just need to rebuild this computer. It's on a mini ITX board, which means I can't throw another a capture card onto it. So I actually have to rebuild the computer from scratch, which is going to take a little funding and a little bit of time. But as soon as we do that, what we'll do is we'll get a in-game version over to there for the streams. I can do that with internet, but I just don't want to. The bandwidth and the delay wasn't working for me, so I'd like to get it at the same quality we stream that on YouTube. So anyway, with that said, with all that going on, let's drive this car. I am a huge Porsche fan. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been a lifelong fan of Porsches. Why? We always look for the reason why certain things stand out in our lives. It was my uncle. When I was about 12 years old, my uncle had a 911 SC Targa, and it was an awesome car. And it just, from that day, made me a Porsche fan. So that was the catalyst of my love for Porsche, and now we are driving pretty much the epitome of the GT level cars that Porsche makes. Hey Rasmus, how you doing? Alright, I always have to remember it's been a while on RFactor, so I always forget what to do. Hey guys, I'm not sure who all is here. Devin, Michi, Sven, how you all doing?
What up? Doing well, already fighting the car.
This car seemed like a handful. I only did like a half a lap.
There are certainly more easier cars to drive.
Yes, Rasmus, if you would like to join the server, go on to RFactor 2, look for a room called Simpit Cup, and the password is ring, capital R, R-I-N-G, ring. As in Nurburgring, not like that thing you put on your door. Alright, so first things first, we did learn last time that RFactor's now got some pretty good cold tire effect, so we're going to take it a little easy. We're going to listen to the car. We're going to get a good feel for the balance. I can tell already it definitely feels twitchy AF. Whoa, see, a little too much gas and the ass goes around. I turned off all driving aids. I have 0 traction control, 0 ABS, 0 anything from RFactor helping. So we'll see. We might And that's a debatable topic, actually. That would be a good topic for a Beyond the Sim when it comes to driving aids in general, especially as cars are changing. You know, I drove a couple of exotic cars last week, and the traction control in ABS is simply amazing. Like, you just cannot make that car break loose. And you think about a lot of modern race cars, and they have those features. So we sim racers like to really challenge ourselves, I find. And we're so quick to turn off ABS and traction control, but why would you make it harder on yourself than it is in real life? I understand wanting to be hardcore, but why would you actually want it harder? So here I drive a car that has most of those modern devices, and I have none turned on.
The Porsche Cup in real life has nothing.
Oh, okay. There you go. Then we're doing it right.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, and as a result, we almost loop it through the chicane. This car is nasty, or my settings for my wheel are not good enough. Oh, that's Michi Hoyer. Look at him. Alien extraordinaire. RFactor expert. Probably already has a setup.
No, I haven't. I'm on default.
Lies!
No! Say again?
I can't hear Devin at all. My game sounds are very loud.
I need to swap that.
Dampers are fixed. Also springs. So
it's like real life.
yeah.
Oh, look, Michi can't control the beast. Look at that, I passed Michi.
I'm coming for you!
Look out, I brake early.
I think Sean's game is only control this one.
I can't hear it. I gotta turn my game way down.
So let's lay down some rubber.
Oh, jeez. That thing just keeps steering once it gets caught. Once you get grip out of the front, it just keeps turning.
Yeah, pretty massively.
And any over braking results in bad things. I think I'm murdering the ears of everybody on my stream right now.
Tim, are you behind me?
Ah! Oh, did you want some room?
I took it for myself.
Ah!
Don't talk to me into the middle of the corner.
Alright, I'm starting to get the feel a little bit. It has taken 3.9 laps to kinda get a feel. God, I suck at RFactor. Alright, I gotta turn down my volume. This is hurting me, let alone the stream. Stop short shifting. Okay, Donnie, we're gonna work on that. I can't hear you at all, Devin.
So Michi, predicted lap times?
Thing with a low 2 minutes.
So I think Tim has it set up. Kind of.
Okay. Okay, I gotta look at your setup advice. Yeah, the setup is really squirrely. It's hard to stop short shifting and stop shouting. All right.
Turn your sound down and you won't have to shout.
Oh, you know what I should do is do a master change instead of the settings in RFactor.
Sean, did you right click on people's names too? Like, you know, you can set their individual volumes in Discord, right?
Yeah, but you're super quiet. Alright, we're gonna have to make some small adjustments.
Because you have the better mic.
Whoops, shit. Oh, push-ups. I swore yesterday. I think that's gonna be 20. We're up to 20. I'm in no mood to do 20 push-ups. I can tell you that. Okay, we're gonna do a volume change. We're gonna turn RFactor down.
Okay.
This is taking a while.
You know what else is taking a while? Trying to do anything with this stupid keyboard.
The little Logitech one.
Yeah. I love it sometimes, but I hate it mostly.
I agree.
It has no function buttons. Alright, that still sounds very loud. I think while we're here, we'll turn Devin up a little bit as well, because you are super quiet.
I'll make noise so that you can make me the correct volume so that you can hear me and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not bad, I promise.
Yeah, it's super clear, it's just quiet. There we go. We doubled your output. Alright, everybody, we'll see how that sounds. Now what I should do is go back.
Sorry, how do I move the camera? Do the smart
You need to assign buttons in the control panel.
Okay.
But I think the default is insert
Are there defaults?
for there are defaults. Insert is for the change cockpit view to outer cam, I think, and page up, page down change the TV cams.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the
So I
other
hope
thing.
that's correct.
For the camera stuff is really, I need to go. I'm gonna get a new keyboard today. Alright, let's see. We're going to reduce tire pressure to 130. If I knew where the tires were. Gosh, it's been a long time since I've been RFactor guy. So I'm glad we're doing this for that reason alone.
Flat spotted front tires. I love it.
130. I'm on American. 130. What do you mean 130 tire pressure? That's a lot of tire pressure.
PSI?
Yeah.
Default are 165, I think.
Is that like...
And the lowest tire pressure is 110.
Let me look at that speed sensitivity. I'm getting tips here. No, I went with exactly what Fanatic told me to go with. Less camber. Okay. That seems like a lot of rear camber on the default setup.
These cars, because they don't have any dampening, like suspension settings really, they have really high camber. They wear the tires out like fucking mad. Sorry, swears. Or bad move.
You can swear. I just can't swear.
Yeah, but if I don't swear, it'll be easier for you not to.
I don't do push-ups for you, though.
The
That
good
is
thing
true.
is Michi and me can swear in German and no one will know.
Well, no.
Oh, here, we're getting more suggestions. We're going to go back in real quick. Thank you, Cool. Who was giving me the other ones? Keep in mind, I'm in American, so 130 means nothing on pressure. Isn't that, what, kilopascals or something like that? Lanead. Thank you, Lanead, and thank you, Cool. Oh, hey, we're rolling down the track. Look out for that guy. 3242. Okay. Whoops. 18. Thank you, Taffool. Thank you very much. We're getting some fantastic help here. We got the Simpit tech team. 4.2. Wow. So more rear negative camber. Interesting. Suspension, ARB, 3.6. We're going to go to 3.4. Brake bias
So Sean has
forward.
a whole crew of engineers.
I do.
It won't help.
It doesn't help the fact that I don't drive RFactor enough.
Is there a
That's
relative?
your fault.
Yes. Hard button.
It's in your black box, right?
No. It should be on the top. Press 5 or 4 on the key.
Okay.
Yeah. Throw back, good time.
David, we're going to be here. I'm just getting started.
Oh, y'all didn't tell me it was the tight chicane.
Come on, it's a GP circuit.
I forget till I get to it, alright?
Yeah, I missed that chicane too.
I saw the pylon.
Speed sensitivity. I missed that one. Where'd we go with that one? Where's the comment on speed sensitivity?
But I think real weather failed.
My speed sensitivity is at 0. Hey, Michi, what's your steering rate and speed sensitivity?
0.
On both?
Steering rate, I think, is 20.
So you're on default, 20-0?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The sensitivity, that should be at 0. That's the one that when you go faster, it turns your wheel less, right? It's like a compensation thing.
Yes. Yes. But I don't know which way is which on this one. Alright, now I can't find the comment. Whoever said something about speed sensitivity, feel free to say it again, please. Feel free to, please. I don't know how to contact the Felix, I don't know how to... What's the problem? Yeah, he's in here driving with us. Sven, somebody's having a hard time joining. Ring is the password with the capital R. R-I-N-G.
So we should have enough space. I think 45 slots.
Alright.
I'm only 204.
The humming you guys are hearing is my fan, I believe. We can test that theory by turning it off. Oh, there it is. It was Germany to the... Have you changed the steering wheel speed? No, I haven't, but I don't know. I didn't see that comment on the video, so I don't know what you're recommending. If you recommend it again, I will try. I don't think you're going to hear the humming once I'm driving, though. I think I got the sound balance right. Yeah, I'm having a hard time pushing it. I remember that when we were at Nordschleife, something about the physics. I'm just, it's not that easy to change sims. You look at the esport world, and there are very few of those guys who are successfully changing sims.
Not at the higher competitive level, that's for sure.
No, it's become very specialized.
Yeah, it's one thing to, like, drive in all the sims and have fun in them. It's a complete other deal to be competitive in all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can be good. I'm not saying you can't be good. It's just...
I haven't any time to adopt the sim.
Love that pass.
Tires are stone cold.
Oh, it's really hard to not get it to loop it on that chicane. Over braking, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm overdriving it.
Oh, we didn't miss the apex that time. We took the jump. I think RFactor makes you turn the steering wheel a lot more than iRacing.
Depends on the car. RFactor's really good. It automatically changes your actual driver settings. So
Yeah,
you'll
like
notice-
it's at 540 despite my wheel being at something else.
Yeah, it actually changed your wheel straight up. You know how like Thrustmaster, like you put it at 1080 and you go race in iRacing or whatever game, and the soft lock does its thing.
Yeah,
When you go into RFactor, it changes the actual device defaults in driver,
right.
and it does it per car too, which is kind of neat. And then you can set it up individually if you want to change the wheel less or more. You actually can change it, and then it locks it in driver. The only thing that's a pain in the butt is that now, when you go to play the next game, you have to go change your driver settings.
Right. Well, I have pre-done ones on this wheel because it's the Fanatic.
The shortcuts on the Fanatic for different settings of the wheel are great.
Yeah, we're setting 5 is now our RFactor. I didn't put them in any kind of order. I didn't mean that is. It was actually the third sim I drove. Come on.
Is there a way to move your HUD elements?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
Late. Slow. Wrong line. Ah, shoot.
Good recovery.
No more push-ups.
Oh, come on. Speeding in the pit lane? You gotta be kidding me.
John, that's exactly what I thought. I thought this was part of the GT3 pack, but no, believe it or not, there is a... Ready for this? I just learned this the other day. A radical GT3, which I can't for the life of me figure out. So no, you had to buy this car separately as it came out just yesterday, I believe it was.
Last week,
Last week?
one day after the launch level.
Wasn't that just the other day? I'm losing track of time.
Yeah, it's only Tuesday. So last week was only a couple days ago. I've been doing the same thing. But yeah, the Nordish Life came out, and then this came out the day after.
I could, you know, when I get used to this car, I will love it. Right now, I'm a mess, and I'm not really loving it much. I'm feeling detached from the sim. I'm feeling, and this is just feeling, but this is me acclimating. I'm feeling like the timing between what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing and feeling don't gel quite like I'm used to. I'm not going to say it's... FOV is a little pulled back, but not atrocious.
I accidentally set up my screen angle wrong in iRacing last night, and that's exactly how I would have described how I felt when I was in the car.
If the FOV is failed, you have no sense of speed.
Yeah, exactly. Like it feels like the car's floating in weird ways.
Hi.
There's an odd disconnect.
Yeah, let's change that. I don't like what I'm seeing. Sorry, I'm on the track. Sorry.
Tray break, bitch.
That was piss poor track etiquette going on right there.
Was that you on the chicane, Sven?
Yeah,
Thanks
Tried
for
to
paying me
tray
ass,
brake.
Sven.
yeah, I tried to tray brake into the corner. The idea was great, but the car thought no. So you have the
Oh.
blue car?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna break in time for this. I knew it as soon as I hit the brakes. I keep trying to brake at the GT3 point, like right where the pit line comes out, but you're with these cup cars.
Way earlier, for God's sake.
Yeah, you brake at the change in asphalt texture, and I forget.
Okay.
I've got my FFP up at like 1.3 now. It's starting to feel a little more comfortable.
Kevin, you can't hear the game sound? Plus and minus. Do I even have plus and minus on this stupid keyboard? I don't have plus or minus on this keyboard. I am buying a new keyboard today. This is the last time. Oh, there is a plus and minus.
Why don't you get one of those little wireless ones with the touchpad on it for that rig?
That's what I have, but it doesn't have like function keys and other important things. And anytime you have
that little you have that little itty bitty one though. Like I'm talking like an actual key-sized keyboard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you have that little dingy thing with the little thumb nipple, don't you?
Yeah, I would call it a little dinky thing.
Screw that thing.
Actually, I think it's called Logitech Lenovo or something like that.
This is, well, it's a TV 730. I'm not sure what that corresponds to.
Call it a tiny little chunk of Asian plastic.
That's my keyboard we're talking about, everybody. That's my keyboard. Yeah.
That thing that looks like a cell phone that he's showing you?
A cell phone would work better somehow.
It probably would with the touch screen, to be honest. Actually, you know what? If you really wanted to, there's a software, Rocat, and people use it for dashboards and button boxes and stuff. But you can map it for free through your PC to make your phone control the computer.
That's right. I'm just gonna get a proper keyboard. It's that easy. It's super cheap, foolproof. Oh, now we have to adjust this, so this is way better. Whoever mentioned FOV, was that you, Devin? Thank you. Thank you. I forgot.
I had to turn mine up to 50 as soon as I got in the car.
Well, it's like, we're not playing Gran Turismo. We have options.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't there a way to move your seat higher and lower in RFactor?
Forward and back arrows, left and right arrows on your keyboard are default.
I'm not sure if I have those either.
If you go into your controls under camera,
Would surprise me if you had.
change those options. That was a terrible one. Jesus Christ.
Might be a little too zoomed in. I think I went to 30 or 35. Not much too much, though. I'm just looking at the hands of my driver. It's like, wow, those are some gorilla hands there. Okay.
Remember that this doesn't have the best triple support, so your hands and your wheel and stuff, when you bring the FOV up and then the wheel closer, are going to look bigger.
I should turn my wheel off. Why is it on anyway? Rookie! Hey, rookie! Oh, where's my rookie stripe? And there I go, driving off a track because I'm not paying attention.
Streamer problems.
Oh, I can't see my mirrors at all. And I'm getting a blue flag. Whoever's coming up on me, I can't see shit. Oh, push-ups!
30.
Man, I'm going to have to do them before the stream's over. I'm going to end up with another 100 push-up challenge.
You need to do a lot of coast driving and a lot of off-throttle sort of drift.
Is that you behind me, Michi?
Negative.
Whoever's behind me, best of luck. It's like,
That's the moment where I'm happy it's not me.
you would think that would be a safe place to make a pass. On back to short shifting. Oh, I saw that. Good time. You got in there right when I saw. Who is that? Bombaloo? Who's Bombaloo? Brambilla.
Ah, Daniele Bambilla.
Why is this game not picking my throttle up?
Because you play a lot of iRacing. I think there's another fast car. We're going to leave some room on the right. Go on by, because we're... Got a weird kick in the wheel right there. Alright, yeah, this field of view is too zoomed in. Let's stop. This is... It's giving me... Now I feel like over... Oh, hey, shoot.
Heads up on track, code 80.
Do you remember
Right.
what your FOV is in iRacing, Sean? Or even close?
No, isn't it 70 something? It's like the opposite number.
It's well, so yeah. This is RFactor does vertical FOV, so it's roughly divided by 3. Is just kind of the easy way to guesstimate. So like my FOV in iRacing is 169. I can go anywhere from 50 to 60 in this, and it's fine. So if you know roughly what it is, you can get it kind of set.
I'm at 38 right now. I'm just going to keep testing till it feels right.
Yeah.
Be nice if I had a keyboard that I can adjust it in the car. But now I can at least see my mirrors.
Stay wide on this last corner if that's fine.
Michi,
Oh, yeah.
did you know server commands for undq people?
Anybody who...
Um,
Oh,
I think.
too late, too late.
No,
Come on,
I
Cole.
undo sub penalty 3, I think it is. Check on the web. Never used it.
Anybody watching, if you'd like to join us, we are on a hosted server. Thank you, Sven. All you have to do is look for Simpit Cup in the hosted room name, and the password is RING, R-I-N-G with a capital R. Like Nurburgring. Ring. Like ring a bell. Ring your clock.
You said earlier, you said ring, but not like the one that you hang on your door.
Oh, I meant like those new security cameras. One of those companies is called Ring.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking
Sven,
about a ring.
slash
I'm like,
undq
what are you
player
talking
name.
about?
Huh.
Slash on DQ.
Player name.
Okay.
What'd you do? Are you cheating? You got DQ'd? Itchy? What the hell?
No, not me. Michael Clark is DQ.
Oh, okay.
Ah, no.
Oh, if it's him, then it's alright, yeah. I understand.
Yeah, Michael gets a pass. No pass for Michi, though.
The good thing, Michi and I know how to do an undq without having to have a server command. Because you can simply change your car livery and your new car without any penalties. In the practice session.
Copy that. Oh, late. I am driving so poorly.
But now we have a little bit of track grip.
Late on everything now. That's okay. We're gonna get it.
That's okay, I'm early on everything. So.
That's how I was with the FOV.
Thank God. In VR, you have no problems with FOV.
No, you don't.
The only reason I can race right now is because I'm not in VR. Because the kids, I can actually pay attention to playing on the TV in front of me. I had to set up my triple screens again so that I could enjoy things during the day.
I can't see a thing out of my mirrors.
No!
Okay, I don't know what server password I gave. So, can't. Michael Clark is undecued, so he heard me and changed the car livery. Sorry.
No, 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 no!
Shh, don't hit that, bro. Aye! Still too much force feedback, too, I tell you. That shouldn't yank it out of my hand like that. Alright, let's turn the force feedback down a little more. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can move this seat. Let's, I think we can go a little more than that. We're gonna go up to 43. Controls, we're gonna turn our multiplier down to 35.
Okay, way better.
Try that. Yeah, I can't remember. How do you reload textures of cars?
You have to go to pit or you have to assign a button.
Okay, I went to pit. Now let's see if we can get our seat to move.
So why does my in-game wheel not match what my real wheel's doing?
Because
Zero rotation.
Well, it says 524 degrees. Steering wheel range in-game. I don't know how you change it.
under controls, there's a rotation button, but I think you're supposed to let RFactor do it for you.
Well, it feels like I'm turning my wheels at a quarter and it's only turning half a quarter in game.
Yeah, if you go here, I'm gonna go there so I can help. If you go to settings, and controls, midway down, there's a steering. Oh, it's locked out. I think if you check that vehicle set, that might. Yeah, then you can change it. So there's a. Now I'm running 540, even though my wheel's at 900 or 1080.
Right, so if I set it to 900, it's matching what my wheel's doing now.
Yeah, the other thing is make sure all your driving aids are turned off. This thing defaults to like everything on, like steering aids, help driving, traction control, ABS.
I think I have set the server that you can't use it.
Okay.
So you can get the server the command that he use vehicle defaults,
Right.
but I'm not totally sure. Oh, still have run blocking.
I'm starting to get the feel.
Me too. Sean, you as an force feedback and direct drive expert. I want to buy the Sim Experience AccuForce V2.
Uh-huh.
Can you recommend it, or did you say the Fanatec is better or similar?
There are features in the software that I love about the AccuForce. So like right now, this wheel I'm on the podium, when it's going straight on a flat track, the wheel does absolutely nothing. Zero. Like you might as well be turned off, right? And I'm like, well, you know, I like a little bit of engine and road noise vibration in my wheel just to remind me that it's on. You know, because it feels odd when there's just nothing in the wheel. Like right now, I can just let go of the wheel dead center, and it just seems odd to me. So that's what I love about the AccuForce more than anything. Because all the direct drives are really pretty similar when you really start driving them. There's not a, I mean, I feel like the Fanatic might have a little more damping built into it, kind of slowing it down just a little bit, but it feels super duper precision at the same time. But no, I mean the AccuForce, you can tune every aspect of the game just like it's a motion sim.
Wow, it really feels like you have to turn the wheel a lot to get the car to do anything.
That's what I thought too, David. I'm used to 90 being a lot.
Change your rotation.
No, it's matching what the car's doing, but it can go down the straight and go from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock and nothing else.
Yeah, well that's the Porsche. That is natural when going down the back straight. You have to like turn the wheel 90 degrees to the right hand side to make that little kink.
Doesn't help that I'm driving with a torn shoulder.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot you're over.
Bye-bye.
Oh, a lot of curb. Oh, we gave away all the time we'd earned on that lap. Whoa, that's a lot off the track.
Oh, like a clock spinning around.
I goosed it. I goosed it. Alright. Smoothing off, so I have 2 smoothing. We're going to take that off. I do remember reading saying remove that if you can.
Smoothing is for Logitech, please, as I understand it.
Minimum torque.
That one's for if it feels floaty, like if you're sitting at a standstill and you can turn the wheel too easily, the minimum torque will bring it up while you're not, while there's no load on the wheel.
What about when you're going straight on the straightaway?
That could bring it up a little bit. That's why, so most people, I know you might not like it as high, but as I've been understood, most people tend to have it with direct drive at like 1.4, 1.5 for just the regular FFV multi.
Are you kidding me? I'm at 0.4. I'm nearly
I know, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this thing's a beast though. This is 25 Newton meters. This isn't like a mini midge or. This is a monster sized motor.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how driver settings work for stuff like that either, so it's like, I get into a gray area there.
I just keep tweaking it till it's right, you know. I mean, like I started with the Fanatic recommended settings, and it's like, okay, well, this is not going to work until I get it to where it's comfy for me.
I'm one of those, like, everything in driver at max, and then I use the key to set it. If I can't stand this recommended driver setting bullshit. Too much for me.
Again, I think a lot of people in the DD world want shock and awe out of the wheel. And it's like, all I'm looking for is smoothness, rigidity, and fidelity. I could care less about monster, you know, I mean, it's like a club sport's almost strong enough. A Thrustmaster's almost strong enough.
But you can't break your wrist without a DD.
That is true.
I'm okay with that, surprisingly.
I'm actually, now I'm feeling much better with the steering wheel. I can turn it at a rapid pace. Let's check that liveliness at center.
Screwing around with the smoothing.
Now what I can feel is more of a distinct dead zone in the middle. I can actually feel the like 2 ends of the spectrum, but that could be the tires getting ready to move that I'm feeling, not a dead zone per se. I mean, it might be a car's dead zone, not the wheel, you know.
Yeah, this car has all the weight in the back, so the initial steering point really shouldn't feel much unless you're on the brakes, right?
The wheel feels way better right now. Oh. Still overdriving though. I gotta get it into that chicane better. I'm ruining the entry and spending the whole straightaway surviving it. T80 is strong enough. I'd like to hear. I gotta turn my tire sounds up, is the other thing.
I was coughing and I couldn't immediately jump on that, but whoever said T80 is strong enough, burn and fire, bro. Come on. I kid, but that was my progression, hey? I bought a T80 and a week later I returned it and bought a TMX, and then like a month later I bought a T300. The T300, as far as I'm concerned, is that's the baseline. Logitech T300, I'm not a fan of the TMX T80. That couldn't have much.
Wow, you're an elitist. Just spending people's money, huh?
I'm an elitist with my Thrustmaster wheel. Thrustmaster Master Race.
Oh. That's the other thing about this DD too. It's really expensive and it's more horsepower than I want. Now I drive a 30 Newton meter Bodner with its force feedback turned down to like 1.8%. And that thing's like what, $3,000? So I mean, talk about overkill or expensive. So I mean, but comparing this to like the latest wheels, it's like you can get a direct drive wheel base for under $1,000 now, no problem. And then it's just a matter of whether you need or want to break your wrists.
I don't.
I don't. I like to be able to save the car.
What, like, for you, so now what do we have now? We have the Simpit Cubes, right?
Yeah.
The AccuForce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Fanatec, and then there's like the third-party OSD options, right?
Yeah, and then Bodner if you want to.
And Bodner's like that's like your king, right? Leo Bodner's, those are the big ones.
Well, the thing with Bodner is they just happen to use like the Ferrari of electric motors and a Kohler motor. So it's like, okay, well, you went to the most expensive motor company, and you know we're using it for sim racing, not a printing press.
So then, if we further break it down, the Bodner, those are like $3,000, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of things. If we break down the other ones, though, so the Fanatec is roughly $1,200 or something like that, isn't it?
This,
Small.
yeah, this one was 1,600, I believe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
16 for the big one, and then the Simicube Pro, that's right in that $1,200 to $1,600 range as well, isn't it?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Because the Sport is like just under 1,000, and then
That-
AccuForce, that's right about 1,000, right?
Yeah, it's 1,000 including a wheel rim.
Yeah, it's
1,000 including a rim.
yeah.
Not my favorite rim on planet Earth, though.
Otherwise, it's $699, or you get for the DIY kit for $599, I think.
Yeah. Now I think you can get a mini midge for that kind of price too.
Yeah.
So now, what is when we break it down that far? You're looking at cost per performance, right? What is that's a $400 difference in price.
You're looking at horsepower being the first big one. You know, like a 8 Newton meter version, like a mini midge. I'm not sure their exact rating, but you know, you're talking about maybe 20-30% more power than a Fanatic 2.5. You know, maybe 40% more power than a Thrustmaster. So you're not talking about a lot of power. Because I mean, if I use a Thrustmaster TGT, for example, their flagship wheel, even at the force.
6.4.
Okay. And I do find that it hits the clipping meter on iRacing at times, even at the force feedback level I like. At 8, I think you're still hitting it from time to time. Not often, not normal, but under extreme moments. So it's like, well, some would say I don't ever want to see that clipping bar get even close, you know, because that's your flat line of your force feedback. And so I can understand people are like, look, a mini midge is just not enough for me. For me,
Mini midge is right around the 6. I thought it was up in the 10s or something.
I thought they were like 8, maybe 12.
Okay. Yeah, because that
I think.
12 would be okay, because so Fanatec's is like 7.8 to the 8, right around there, depending on the unit. Obviously, it gets a little bit more because that's a belt stepping thing, right? So
Yeah.
Fanatec's, that's where their wheel is let's just say right around 8, and then Thrustmasters are right around 6.5. So 12 should be okay. Mini midge seems like a good sweet spot.
Yeah, I think so. And then, but now for me, a sim experience is in that same ballpark of power, and
I think.
and then you get the software that I just love. I mean, I love the software. When I got the beta software for the Podium, I was disappointed because I was holding out on my review thinking that it was going to be something more like sim experience software, and I had no reason to think this other than just I was hoping, I guess. But it really was kind of just barely more than the tuning menu that already existed, with the addition of like LED light control and stuff like that, which is cool. So now you don't need Fanata LEDs separately.
And
But
saving profiles and shit.
yeah, and it can say, but even that's kind of weird. It's not like super perfect because it depends. I haven't figured out whether you can get it to remember the setting. So like one thing on the LED lights, I don't want it showing speed. I only want gear indicator. I did that just as global change instead of profile. So I'm not sure if there's some scenario I might change that, and can I separate it?
So, looking at the different $600 to get that unit, to the AccuForce roughly 1,900 or so with a wheel though. And then it's another $600 to go up to the DD2 Fanatec's bigger one. And it like really, you're getting a little bit more power, but you're not necessarily getting the better software. And that power may or may not actually be useful.
But I would say that the software is better than like just generic. So like even the Bodner, for example, comes with just generic software. It's like having a Logitech wheel.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna go to replay mode so everyone can watch the replay while we talk a little bit.
Sorry, Chad, I got really interested in this conversation. I hope that it's helping you guys too.
No, you know, being that I'm testing this, it's a good conversation.
Yeah, I saw what thought train you were on. I was like, I kind of want to pick your brain a bit.
I'm gonna go back a little bit on my replay though. Okay. The Fanatec software is definitely cooler than just the base like Midge or the generic OSW software. Because you have the multiple settings. So that's really cool, because it means I can just be like, okay, RFactor setting 1, iRacing setting 2, and all your parameters are pre-done. You don't have to think about it. And you can do it on the fly. That's one huge advantage this is going to have over those wheels. Now, I just got the Simu Cube, not the Pro, but the Sport model. So I'll have to see what that comes with software-wise, whether it changes my thoughts that direction. With the AccuForce, the thing about it for me is the software and like being able to turn engine noise or road vibration or curve effects, independently adjust those settings. And being that I've done a lot of motion sim tuning, I'm very comfortable playing with those settings. Maybe not everybody would be, but I just love being able to get everything I like. And then you have profiles for every one down. Tim wants me to turn up the chat volume. All right. Devin is the quietest one of the chat. Just.
I'm sorry, my mic is. I think it's okay.
All right, we're gonna work on that real quick.
And just see if this does make me louder. I can't do one.
I have Discord at full volume. I would have to turn down the game, which would be not good for me. I have Devin at full volume. Is it everyone or just Devin? Chat. And Laser Cutter saying turn natural damper down.
Is that better?
Yes.
There you go. Problem solved. Sorry.
Okay, there we go. We'll try that to turn down a little bit more. The AccuForce. Oh, the other thing with the AccuForce is that it does come with a wheel, even though it's not my favorite wheel. And it's not my favorite paddle shifters, but it comes because it's really expensive to put a proper wheel on any direct drive wheel. So.
So the AccuForce wheel that it comes with as well, like it comes with a wheel and a button box and shifters. Like it does have at least, what is it, like 9 buttons or something on that thing? Like you actually do have some control with it.
Yeah, you have everything you need for the most part.
Because the alternative to that would be going and buying like a $150 Amazon wheel and throwing a $50 quick release on it. But you're not going to get any of the button box, and that's basically what you're going to do if you're trying to budget a mini Midge or a Midge or something like that. That's
Yeah, or like.
That's what you're going to do.
Or like when I got my Bodner at first, all I had was like just a wheel on it, you know, and I had to use an H pattern, had to, because I didn't have any paddle shifters or buttons, and it was like, man, this is like the dark ages.
Okay, yeah.
I'm on the AccuForce V1, standard wheel.
Yeah.
AccuForce seems like a pretty good way to go. Like it seems like a pretty good unit. The comparison is the main thing that we're looking for, right? Like now that you actually have the software for the Fanatec wheel and you can actually use it.
Yeah, but now that's where I was a little disappointed though, is that I couldn't adjust road noise and big hits of things like that. So yeah, it's like I'm disappointed, and that was kind of what I was holding out on the review. If I had known this is the software package that it was going to come with, I would have reviewed the wheel when I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a little upset about that. Now, with all of that said, if you're already in the Fanatic family, you know, and you have a Formula and a 918 wheel rim, it's kind of going to put you more in this direction because you don't have to worry about the other. You already have your quick release. You already have your separate wheels, you know, and I figure most people have a Fanatic 2.5, they have both, you know, they have a Formula and a round wheel at this point.
Yep.
And worst case scenario, they just have to turn it down a bit.
Yeah, well, and then they just use their different profiles, you know, to accomplish that for each sim. So, I mean, again, if you're in the Fanatic family, I think that there's a good reason to stay in the Fanatic family. If you're coming from a Thrustmaster or a Logitech or maybe only a single rim, now there are options to put Fanatic wheel rims on OSWs of any kind or direct drive of any kind.
And they're rather cheap. I think the conversion kit is about 90 euros, so about 100 US.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
And the quick release for the semi-cube is $45. So even if you buy the AccuForce V2 as a single kit without a rim for $6.99, and you buy the parts to rebuild your Fanatec wheel to a USB-driven wheel, it's cheaper than the GT1.
Right.
So cost for performance just really isn't there then with the Fanatec wheel yet. I'm going to be interested to see what the Sport is then. That's going to be the big one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. Whoa.
Because now, so you're through now the Bodmer, various different midgets and stuff like that you've tried, but like that kind of thing. You through the AccuForce, you're through the Fanatec.
Yeah.
That's the last line to look into is the Simracing one.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll come down to software, because other than that, we're still just playing with different Newton meters, you know? I mean, I think there's been a slight change in, like, the, you know, like, probably the windings of the motors, so how much torque they generate, not just the, you know, but, like, the speed of the torque.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've heard that the SimiCube motors, apparently the motor that they're using is better for, like, quicker movement, so it can change its torque at a higher rate. And that's like that's a good thing, right? Just having a huge motor like the Bodmer's, it has a lot of power, but it can't necessarily change that power.
Yeah.
Manipulate it at a high rate.
And then the other thing you do have to think about, one of the angles that AccuForce or Sim Experience points, you know, theirs is like a hybrid between a stepper and a pure direct drive wheel. But a pure direct drive wheel is kind of made to actually spin, you know, not hold center. Now it does it fine, but you know now the other thing I'm starting to wonder is, well, as we're getting into like these decoders that are like extremely fast, it's like, well, what is the hertz of the human body? You know, in terms of what can I actually feel? And now graphically, you know, they tell me I can only see what 24 frames per second.
No, God, that's a troll. That's a troll.
But
this is a really cool topic.
But I swear I know that I can see up to 60. Beyond that, I don't know. I think I can detect a change in rate. Maybe not see the difference between 120 and 140, but if it was jumping between the two, I could probably tell you that.
Well, I can tell between 144 and 240 on my monitor.
So there's actually a thing you can do if you ever get the chance to, Sean. If you have a 60 Hz monitor and a 144 Hz monitor, if you put them next to each other, and you know the little tails on your mouse, like when you move it really fast on the desktop, just move the mouse from monitor to monitor. You can actually physically see the difference. You can see how many. There's more tails on a 144 Hz monitor versus a 60 Hz monitor. That's the easiest way to just physically see the difference. So the human eye, we have no idea what kind of hertz it can see, and it's theorized right now, and this would be the same thing for the feeling, which is kind of why I wanted to say it. This is a really cool topic, though, because people are testing this right now. We have no limit, is what it's theorized. It's
Right.
theorized that as we get accustomed to higher rates, and as we get accustomed to higher resolutions, higher polling of any kind, that we can theoretically just continually to adapt to higher.
Right. That makes
And
sense.
it depends on daytime light conditions, what your eye can recognize or not.
Yeah, what your eye can take in, and like not just light though, even wind would affect it. Any kind of air movement, anything affecting it, like your body at all would affect it. But theoretically, as the human, like whatever gets used to it, we can technically see or feel anything. It all
Gotcha.
comes down to reaction time, and like you know how like when you get into like an adrenaline mode, your heartbeat gets all like slow and stuff, and like time extends for you essentially.
Right.
Like that's a literal thing. Time literally does extend for you. Time is perception. So
Right.
theoretically, we can continually to extend that perception indefinitely.
What was that movie where he's like, that was the best explanation of theory of relativity I've ever heard. When the guy is talking about how a moment with a woman in your arms is, feels like a blink of an eye, but burn your hand on the stove and it seems like an eternity,
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and getting back to force feedback, who fucked up the chicane?
Everyone?
Yeah, but who moved the cones? Now I don't know which one I'm supposed to go in.
The short.
And whoever made me swear you do 10 push-ups.
One cone was me, one cone was Devin.
You guys should have to go walk out there and put the cones back out. This is...
I can stay there and roadblock.
Would you please?
Okay.
Now I might as well be at Silverstone. I don't know where I am.
So now I'm looking out the side window and waiting for you.
No, you don't have to do that. I'm kidding. I'm gonna follow Leonad.
Engine is turned up, off.
Engine off.
Fuel saving. Greater as wise.
Except I can't keep up with them.
Still can't seem to get the steering where it feels natural.
Yeah, it took me a while too, Dave.
Feels like
Whoa.
I'm driving a tractor wheel.
Oh, Michi is drifting.
I see you blocking.
So now you know where you have to go.
Not that one. Okay, that one's easier though. Thank you. Yeah, I still feel somewhat removed from the car, though. I mean, it feels a lot better than when we started, but I just don't feel confident.
It just doesn't feel very natural to me to drive. It feels odd.
Ah, just braking too late, too. That doesn't help. Braking too late again, and then it does that. But it didn't pull the wheel out of my hand that time, at least. Oh, there's a really weird fake bump. Whoop, first one. On that right-hander, the fast right-hander before the final chicane. On the outside, there is a phantom bump on the track. Anyone else found it?
Nope.
Ah! Oh, I cannot get the car through the chicane.
Oh, come on.
No, you cannot, Steve. Or at least that's what I've been told. Oh, no, no, no. Mamma mia.
sort of camera you run on these cars?
It defaulted to -5, -5.
I'm running 5.1, 5.2. Now I just did a little bit of change, but I'm also very slow.
I went to much less. Ah! Garbage driving by Cole.
-6. On the front.
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably gonna get up there eventually. I just finally took the fuel out of the car too. Like I've just been running baseline full fuel this whole time, so we'll see if I can get some more speed now.
And I'll lower the rear ARB to 4.
Yeah, I went 3.3 on the roll bar. It just feels like the steering's very slow on it. Like I have for a lot, and then when I need to correct it, I just don't have enough momentum.
And I changed the preload of the differential to 100 Newton.
Yeah, that's what I'm on as well.
Damn it. And I missed the MG chicane.
I can't say that I'm loving this car myself, David.
Most people, I mean, depending on what sim you're talking about, it seems like most people either really love this car or really hate it.
Alright, we're gonna take 5, cool down. It's starting to get hot in my room.
It's not easy to drive.
No, it's not easy to drive. I need a lot of time in this one.
That's why
And the good thing is if you can handle this car fast on track, you can handle any type of car. Maybe not a Formula 1 car, but every road car like car.
It even helps with the Formula 1 cars, I would venture to say. I still can't drive it worth a shit in iRacing, but I've started to now, because that's what people keep saying, is learn how to drive
Okay,
the
I am gonna take a short
GT3
break.
Porsche.
Take 5, cool down, come back, give it one more go, and then probably call it a day on the stream. I was only gonna do an hour, actually.
I think in
But now I'm feeling a little compelled to find more speed.
Class for beginners in sort of beginner class, the Porsche Cup.
It's like the serious beginners, like the beginners that actually want to go somewhere and want to drive this car.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would
for GT3s and GTEs. So you learn how you have to save the car. The car tells you definitely when you make a mistake.
Yeah, punishes you. Also really doesn't like curbs. Like, you can use the flat ones just fine, but it really teaches you to avoid the high donuts.
The anti-cut.
Oh.
And the good thing, it's a driver's car. So no room for...
Wait, I'll be right there, sweetheart.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So 2 is not my time to get. Oh. Hey, Amir.
Hello, everybody.
I hope you're fine.
Good, good. I saw you guys enjoying Nurburgring with Porsche, so I'm gonna join in.
Enjoying
Wow.
is...
Yeah, that's a loose word.
It's Nurburgring. How can you not enjoy it?
I enjoyed the Nurburgring, but not the car particularly. But I'm in front of Sean, that's enough for me. With 0.23 of a second.
Oh wow.
The Austrian is also on the server. Okay, now come the full RFactor guys. Martin Winnes, Max Melamed, Michi, Daniele Bimbala, Jan von der Heide. So who is Dave? Is Dave Cameron? And Michael Clark is driving too.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh nice, Michael's here. Okay, let's see what we can do.
How was your F3 Tatos race?
First race was a disaster. Second race wasn't too bad.
Okay. Back to it. Okay. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So I think Sean needs a cooling vest.
I'm getting one. I'm building one, I should say.
I'm gonna take somebody off.
Amir, was that you?
That was me.
When did Amir get here? Hi, Amir.
Just now. Hey, Sean.
10 seconds ago? Or 1 minute?
So if
Almost
you're
want to kill me.
if you are watching the stream, we are driving RFactor 2 with the new Studio 397 RFactor 2 Porsche GT3 Cup car. It is a beast. It is a handful. Hard to drive. And we are out here in a public room with not only the Simpit community, but also Michi Hoyer's community. You can check that stream out. He's actually streaming to the Simpit Pit Crew channel, so if you want to see Michi in action, you can go over there. We are obviously streaming here on YouTube from my perspective, and we have both of those communities. And if you're watching, you're more than welcome to join us as well. Still plenty of time on the clock, even though I'll probably bring the stream to a close in the next 15-20 minutes. But you can join. Just go into the hosted multiplayer section for RFactor 2. Look for a room called Simpit Cup. And the password is RING, R-I-N-G, like Lord of the Rings, but a capital R, RING. And you're more than welcome to come out. We have about 20 of us out here on track, 19 to be exact. And just seeing what this new Porsche is all about at Nurburgring GP circuit. And I'm still struggling to find the boundaries of the car. It's swirly, and I think it's supposed to be a little swirly. And I am having a hard time, again, finding the boundaries. How far can I push it into the corners? How much can I get on the gas? And at what rate can I get on the gas as we let Zwires go by?
Oh, big crash in front of me.
Come on, car, get down. Get to that apex. Don't be shy.
Boom. And bye-bye. Oh, roll over.
Ah. Zwires just left us in the dust. Oh, that's danger. Will He is cheating. They're all cheating. It's called practice.
Sean, don't get faster.
No?
No, I'm leading in front of you by 0.023 seconds.
Oh my god, that's too close. Well, I'm not going any faster, if that's makes you feel better.
Yeah, me too.
Nah.
And Amir, everything set up for Saturday?
Yep, for the most part, man. I need a better.
Hey, sorry guys, I muted you.
Well done, Michi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was trying to focus so hard on driving, and obviously you guys were doing informative talk.
I consider that cheating.
Muting everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. That guy.
Pro driver.
Excuse me.
So did you catch Daniele?
No, not yet, but I know I can get like 4 10 faster or something. I just could get the lap together. Or 3.
I'm managing to go slower. I don't know how that's freaking possible.
Yeah, I think we're now starting to overdrive all.
Yeah, that's my problem. Driving the car over the limit.
Aye, turn in at the right time, dummy. Crap. It is, I think it's safe to say that I just cannot drive this car, though.
It is a handful to drive. I don't want to face it for 60 hours, for 60 minutes in a row.
Have you done it
But
in
I'm sure at
iRacing
some
yet?
point I have
Fast
to.
racing?
No, 25 minutes or 30 minutes. But I won races there, surprisingly.
I came in second in my VLN last weekend because we had Joe to start it. That was 2 hours in the car.
So Michi, I can offer you a place in our Porsche Cup on the 24-hour race.
Nope. Well, I don't know. I will be in that race, but until now, I always thought we're gonna be in a GT3. If they change it to a Porsche Cup, I may be out. This will be a pain in the butt around Nordschleife.
But I think we have pre-requested 2 GTEs and 1 Cup.
Ah, garbage in, garbage out.
One GT3 will be a place for you if you want to drive.
Wait, so they're doing all the Porsches that are in RFactor pretty much?
No, the GT3 and the GT3 Cup on the
Okay.
24-hour race.
3 in Cup.
So
Okay.
like the
I thought you said the GT as well. GT3R.
Yeah,
That's actually
what
pretty
the
cool.
R's are.
No, not the
So,
others.
so like the real 24-hour race.
That's cool.
GT3 has top class and the Cup has the lower class.
Damn it.
Okay, Sean, found a second.
Oh no!
2.486.
You bastard!
Thanks, buddy. I'll be right there.
So, Sean.
Sean, apologise.
What?
10 more.
The little kid turned up.
Yeah.
I was just quoting South Park.
Nah, they can't do shit. Got headphones on.
But Sean extend his workout lesson. But that's for now the fastest I can get.
the car just has really lots of understeering, serious over rotation mid-corner.
Michi, do you know Jan van der Heide? Oh, Michi is.
He's muted us again.
Yeah. Amir, should I?
Ah,
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm trying to get something going. It's like, yeah.
Send it.
Alright, thanks, man.
right on, Michael Clark. Yeah, I think I'm about done here too.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, aliens arrived. Yes, that's my ringtone. I probably got a phone call. I did. John Hill called. Oh, I think I'm worn out on this one. I think I've done all the lapping I can do right now on this. Pixel, this is my first real test of the DD. Jumping from sim to sim. And today we're taking a little longer diversion as we kind of work on RFactor. But I have pretty dialed in. I feel pretty good with the wheel at this point. But I'm still feeling removed from the car. What I need to do is go back and drive this car, a different car in RFactor, to see if it's necessarily the car or my wheel settings or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, that car is a handful. I can't even say I was really enjoying driving it. It's like, and it wasn't the fun. I mean, I like a good front engine, rear wheel drive car that is a handful, you know, where you're using a lot of throttle control. And I feel like this is throttle out of control. But it is the no driving aid version of the Porsche. This is no traction control, no BS, no nothing helping you out. And a lot of horsepower for a rear engine car with no driving help. So anyway, yeah, I maybe above my driving skill, I don't know. We're gonna have to go back and try a different variation, see what we think. But I think I have had about all I can have on this one. Let me switch to, let's go ahead and watch somebody else drive and see what it looks like in the hands of somebody running a sub 2 minute lap here as we watch Jan van der Heide, who has been going quite quick. A little bit of sketchy braking into one. You see that? Little counter steer throttle on into two. They're coming off one into two. I can never get that corner right. And into the first chicane section. See him staying off the curb, getting a little sideways. All sorts of curb on the right. And getting a pretty good launch down the straightaway. Braking zone into this very fast left-hander. I think I was could have carried a lot more speed on that in general. Center of the track entry into that right-hander. All the way down to apex and on the gas early. Using up all the track on the runoff. As he heads down into the corner into, what do they call that, international corner or something? I don't know, it has some funky name like that. Little inside front brake lockup, little sideways mid-corner. Causes some understeer for a late, slower exit perhaps going up the hill and into the chicane. Sideways there, cutting the track there, and all the way around there. So even in the fans of the fast guys, you can see this car is quite a handful. That makes me feel better, I'll tell you that.
I saw Michi spun a lot. And Amir,
Yeah.
before the chicane, brake between the 150 and 100 meter sign.
Okay.
So, it's in the center before you go offline. Oh, Simracing source. I don't have the energy to take a quick... There's no such thing as a quick lap on the green hell. Nope, I'm into overtime here. Yeah, I'm almost coming up on 2 hours of this stream. Plus, we were on the air a little earlier than that with Twitch. And believe it or not, I do have work to do today. So, all work, no play. Or all play, no work. And Sean gets fired from his job. So, yeah, we're going to have to bring this one to a close. Michi, thank you for co-hosting this community event. Sven, thank you for hosting another room. I've had a good time. Nice run in a crowd. I actually went about an hour longer than I thought I was going to go, but I felt
Same here.
compelled to see if I could drive this car. Anyway, this is the latest greatest from Studio 397 RFactor 2, the Porsche Cup car, GT3 Cup, I should say, and it is one of the harder cars in the modern era that you're going to drive. I can safely say that. And I found myself running 9th with a 202.984. You want to send me a screenshot of you doing better, and I'll definitely show it on the show. Let the world know that you kicked my butt. 202.984 is the best I could do with 37 laps. I had a very lightly modified setup. We didn't do a lot of work on the setup. It was more trying to come to grips with the handling, field of view, and other setting changes, being that I've been away from RFactor for a while, and at the same time adjusting to this new Podium DD2 wheelbase. So a lot going on here. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back with more testing of the wheel and more content coming soon. Get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Sim Race. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.